Hey guys, this is Yao9 here once again doing yet another toy review. Now this guy just recently arrived in the mail today, and I decided I'd do a toy review for you guys since he is going to be in this week's Yao Comics Island Pals anyway, so, Yay, say hi to the secondary god character after, Demagorg, wreaked havoc on Yao Comics Island. Today we're reviewing the super deadly monster, Demagorg. Yes, after plowing the internet, I finally found him for a decent price of $17 plus no shipping. Yay. Now, he came from Ontario, and he came in like a week, so that's pretty fast for what it is. And so, yeah, so first of all, we'll get into articulation. Articulation includes the hand, of course, but it rubs up against a lot of the armor. That really isn't the toy's fault, it's the design's fault. But I did a very good job trying to convey the design into vinyl. The other hand seems to be less problematic than the left one. The legs, mine are in like a weird position. They're spread out, so they don't touch the ground evenly. But that just increases the height for this figure, and that's a very good thing considering what I'm gonna say next. Secondary the tail has articulation, 360 if you move the legs out of the way. It's a glue seal, and the glue has turned yellow due to their age, that they dissolved into something like powder, so that was pretty easy to break. By moving the arms out of the way, you can rotate the legs 360, but the back armor here rub against the way, so you have to move it out of the way. Thankfully, the sun has warmed it up a bit. Both legs do the exact same thing. Yeah, if you look here, the person who originally owned it scratched up the vinyl over here a bit. Oh well. It's something that can greatly overlook for how much these things tend to go on eBay nowadays. Next, we go into articulation, detail, paint job and detail. Give me a sec while I move the camera around here. There we go. Come on. Focus. Jeez, never mind. You know what? I'm just gonna move him very close to the camera so you can try and get a focused look. So as you can see, Demagorg is extremely well detailed with whatever he has. His armor, a lot of parts of the armor are pretty bland, but they do have a sense of texture to them, and armor really isn't that detailed. One thing to be conveyed is the tail. The tail, it's supposed to be silver, but it isn't. So but it's a detail you can well overlook if you just stare at the figure head on. You'll be too focused right here than to see the tail at all. Yeah, the body itself, some paint scratches, but that's that's inevitable because how old this figure is and what the design is. The tail is very nicely detailed. It's got some wrinkles in it, and the entire body is kept in like somewhat of like a like a boxy pattern. It feels really good on the finger, and yeah, it's great for what it is. So yeah, paint job and detail has been covered. Same thing with articulation. So now we go to history. Demagorg first appeared in Ultraman Dyna episode 27 by the name of Monster Game. He was created by a boy who purchased the game from the alien churn disguised as humans, and the alien churn are actually two different bodies. The red side of the body, which is also the left side, it's the side that goes for brute strength. So so the left side runs around and tries to personally take out whoever is like the most important part of each planet. Well, the blue side, the right side, which is more strategic, and he designed the Monster Coliseum game, which Demagorg appeared in. This is pretty similar to the basic human brain, except the sides are reversed. Left side controls the Left side controls the mind, and the right side controls movement. That's what I remember. So yeah, the boy bought the game and, you know, leveled Demagorg up to level 99 after he killed an elephant and ate it with, you know, his superpower, which is, excuse me for a sec. He can, you see the barbed tail right here? He can stab this thing into the opponent, like this. Stab it in there, so that they'll either shatter or get extremely weakened, and then his mouth opens up, and then they get sucked in like a vacuum. So that's pretty cool. So just like an awful lot of stuff going on in my teeth. So after, you know, he got to level 99, they say, you know, you are able to participate in the, you know, monster competition. He's like, yes, I will participate, and he ends up being the most powerful monster of the mob due to his, you know, special ability to block special moves. By, you know, he holds his hand up like this, and then they suddenly enlarge to like 68 meters, which is how tall Demagorg is, and shield him from attacks, from all energy attacks, so they can't be penetrated. And in his last battle, he defeats Glow Sheena 2, which is created by some other boy. It's like the revived version of the original Glow. It's like a modified version of the original Glow Sheena in Ultraman Dyna episode 3. So after he does that, he, you know, the alien turn goes like, you know, yay, we struck a home run. Someone is able to, you know, someone created the most powerful monster we know of. So as a prize, they sent him the second version of Monster Coliseum. After the boy received the second version, he played it some more, and, well, he didn't play it some more because the headphone attachment that came with the second version of the game was actually a mind controlling device that controlled the boy and, you know, simulated him to train Demagorg more and more until he is ready to take on, you know, the virtual version of Ultraman Dyna. Now, the alien Churn actually dissected a lot of Ultraman Dyna's fighting moves so that they would know how to, you know, put him into like a virtual world. It's like a life simulator. Demagorg so the boy used Demagorg and battled Ultraman Dyna and actually killed Dyna by stabbing him with his tail right here. So after that, you know, Churn goes like, "Hooray, we did it!" You know, the boy's all powerful and stuff. Yeah, we struck a home run. Now we're gonna materialize the monster and, you know, kill him. So, you know, Demagorg materializes, fights with Ultraman Dyna. It was pretty much one-sided. And then you suddenly see a bunch of children cheering Demagorg on. So Super Guts stops the children and goes like, you know, "Why are you cheering for him?" It's like, one of us created the monster, so this is like our representative, basically. And then they ask, you know, who created it? We don't know. So, you know, so the children didn't know either. So they track, like, you know, a strange what do you call it? A strange ray tracking from the video game device to control Demagorg. And, you know, that was just when Demagorg was about to stab Dyna multiple times with his tail again, and was about to eat him. And they rushed the boy's house and destroyed the video game so that, you know, Demagorg loses control and smashes into the tower where the Churn was, you know, staying, kills both of them, and then gets sealed into an alternate dimension by Ultraman Dyna in Miracle Taipu. And that about wraps up the Demagorg's history. He hasn't appeared again, and this is the only version of his final toy, just like Buzzob. Now, finally, to wrap the review, we have, you know, what else but science comparison. First, we compare him to Ultraman Dyna in Flash type, the Ultract version. Now, yes, there will be a comparison with the final version if you don't have an Ultract. But this is one of the places where the figure fails majorly, in my taste. Demagorg should be this tall compared to Dyna. Dyna's 49, Demagorg's 68. And look at that. He's like 3 of his own heads shorter. So, not a good scaling at all right there. Daigaran, on the other hand, is average compared to Demagorg. They're both undersized, and 8 meters really isn't that much, so, you know, I can say that this is pretty accurate. So, yay, Daigaran. We're just great friends, aren't we? No. Next, if you know the Ultract doesn't compare well with this guy, the Vinyl toy probably won't compare well with it either, and that's true. That is true. Finally, we have 3 left. First, everybody's favorite Monsarger, and Monsarger seems to be pretty out of scale with this guy. He should be taller than Monsarger technically. But this looks like a pretty good matchup. Monsarger towers over everything in his way, so yay. Finally, we have first of all Buzzob. Now Buzzob is also undersized, and this looks very accurate. I forgot how much Buzzob is. I'm pretty sure it's like 67 something meters, and it's very much accurate. Yay! More friends. And finally, we have, first of all, Soldron, which also looks accurate. Well, Demagorg should be a bit taller, but that's, Soldron's fault. Soldron's feet are, off the ground. And finally, we have something that, duh, won't match. It's Alien Regulant Captain Zoika. And of course it won't match because Demagorg should tower over him and should be able to stomp on him easily with his foot. Yeah, that's about it. So, yeah. That's it. I finished another part of the Dyna collection. Now, all in all, the Demagorg is a pretty good figure. Despite the sides and the, the overall design of the thing, the silver paints and the huge amounts of silver, like Regulon being repeated right now, it's still a great toy. In the end, I give it a 4.5 out of 5. Yeah, the size is not that big of a deal if you have some other, shorter monsters to compare him with. He is a pretty cool. He has a very good kaiju, and he would make a very good matchup with anything. Because right now, unless you're like a lazy, you're like super lazy, and you haven't bought an Ultract yet. You should. That's number 1. Number 2, Ultracts can always bend themselves down so that they can suit their smaller kaiju. For example, I'll just give Dyna a pose here, and then the review's gonna end. So yeah, so you can always have Dyna like where some other Ultraman bent down, and kill Demagorg, just like that. So yeah, just go bend the figure down to his knees or something like that. That makes sense, So yeah, this ends my review. I'm Yana. I hope you enjoy it. Signing out.